Hello there, welcome back to Scandinavia and the achievement series. Last time I believe we got impressive, if my memory isn't entirely, completely and utterly wrong. And also, as you can see, I have the independent faction of age here. Everyone wants to leave and it's going to be one hell of a war, I'm pretty sure of, and I have no idea if we can actually pull something off here. But the goal will of course be to just fight these smaller battles, or just have one conquest, one holy war, whatever, in order to try and keep them at bay. The goal of course will also be to usurp the Byzantine Empire in order to recreate Rome, among other things, and we'll also still be trying to create Russia, or the Kingdom of Rus, I believe, or is it the Empire of Russia? It's one of them at least, as a Slav, a Russian cultured character. So we'll be trying to do that, but I have no idea if I can actually pull it off. If I might actually have to aim at changing the culture. I might have to. Or what am I even saying? Aim at changing to potentially primogeniture. I have a feeling that might actually be what I will have to aim for in order to get a different religion, different culture rule on the throne. We'll simply have to see as time goes by. But for now, we'll be using Holy War and Conquest as a potential way to just keep everything at more or less a status quo. So we'll continue our conquest for the Byzantine Empire, and we'll simply have to wait and see how it all plays out. It should be interesting to see how it all goes. The conquest for Usoria will be done, and I'll probably also just finish the. I believe this is a Holy War. Yeah, Holy War for Novgorod. I'll finish both of these, and then I'll get back to you. We'll probably also go for Belozero here. Holy War for, Belozero. And we'll probably even fight Ruthenia too, just to have Holy Wars going, in order to make sure that the Independence faction doesn't actually fire. I'm pretty sure it won't, as long as I keep Holy Wars going, and things like that. Renewed Jihad. The House of Islam is under great threat from the onslaught of the heathen infidels in Africa. In response, His Magnificence, Caliph Mahdi, has declared that an era of renewed jihad is upon the world. The western regions of the Ummah must be retaken at all costs. All righteous Muslim men should prepare to join the ranks of the Mujahideen for the upcoming struggles. This signals a renewed era of Islamic expansion. Well, that is disturbing news, I guess. And as per the usual, I have to reinstate all of my generals, I believe. Well, most of them anyway. But yeah, that is basically it. We'll have to try and also, I think, keep the retinues at the maximum for when things actually go bad here. So I'll keep on growing. I'll try to keep the rebels at bay, but I can't promise anything. We'll continue with the conquest, and we'll simply have to see how things play out from there. So since I actually ended up attacking a army here from Belozero. No, I did not release him. What kind of bullshit is this? So, yeah, this is ridiculous here. As you can see here, the Holy War itself ended, and the reason for it is, once again, it's fairly ridiculous, really. The Holy War ended on the presumption, or with the reason that I captured the guy who was actually started the war. He was my prisoner, not the prisoner of Ruthenia, but it was apparently enough to end the war, potentially because of the fact that I captured him. The result was that I would have just taken his land and used that as a cheap way to get out, which is of course very, very bad. But the worst part of this now is that I need to start a new Holy War, because if I do not, I'm pretty sure that I can apparently start a Holy War against these guys, but no, not anyone else apparently. We'll go for Holy War for Lesser Poland against these guys, if I can't actually declare Lithuania instead. No, I can't. Apparently Bohemia, I can't declare war on Bohemia, but I can declare war on the kings here with no worries at all, which is kind of weird. But I guess it's fine. So yeah, we'll go for Holy War for Wallachia here. You're not bankrupt, okay. So I can't declare war. I can set up the Casus Belli, but I can't actually declare war. So I'll have to go positive again before the there we go. Lack of funds is no longer. I was thinking that the worst case scenario here would actually be everyone attacking me, but we'll simply have to wait and see. Also, of course, the fact that we're once again going bankrupt. But yeah, once again, the fact that I hate what happened there, really. It doesn't make sense that the war will end just because I captured the one who was in charge of the revolt. It really doesn't make any sense at all. But that is what happened, and unfortunately, there's nothing much I could do about that. I probably gambled a little bit too much there. I should just have ignored them altogether, and well, I should have finished the war with Novgorod first, and then anything else. But unfortunately, I didn't. It backfired terribly, and I'm just stumbling on my words here. I do apologize. But yeah, we'll continue with Conquest of the Byzantine Empire area, and apparently Wallachia was outside of that, which I foolishly didn't realize. Guess we'll go for Holy War here for Dyrrhachion. We need lands anyway, and rebels will... Oh, but hopefully some rebels will rise up. I think we'll actually march down here and fight Anatolia and everyone here before that time, though. Nisos, and really, we'll just go for the Conquest. The Holy War here, I'll not be fighting in it, and we'll basically just allow time to pass. We'll see how it goes. We just managed to press for the High Crown authorities. At least I have that set from. The problem, of course, would be the no vassal fighting, no vassal count or above has native opinion. Things like that is definitely going to be a annoying problem, but not really too much I can do about that. I have gone for a Holy War here against Ruthenia for Novgorod, and hopefully we will be able to win this one. I believe I might actually need the entire steppe area in order to get what I'm after here, so we are still going to continue or trying to pull this through, but I have no idea if I can actually make it work or not. We'll figure that out very soon. We'll also be going for conquests in, once again, the Byzantine Empire. I have no idea how much I'm actually still missing. I should probably check Byzantium. Let's see, usurp. Kind of usurp from someone who's at war. So who is at war with? Yeah, if I take this guy out, then apparently it's all over. But I want to take a couple more counties just to be sure that I have everything I need. And once I actually usurp Byzantium, de jure-wise, I think the independence faction is going to be considerably weakened, which is always good. But other than that, we're just going to try quickly here to win the war against Ruthenia before we have to fight some bigger battles. Before we basically have to sacrifice too many men. I create a little bit too much retinue, and I have at least had some money issues. That is a little bit annoying. Dangerous revolt in Scotland, not for the best. We also have a Catholic uprising. 8,000 men in Scotland. Well, we'll have to rise up whatever is here and, well, use them in order to fight them. Not really much else I can do, so I'll just get the men up and we'll fight the annoyance that is Scotland. We'll see how it goes. So, we did win the Holy War for Novgorod. It wasn't actually a problem at all. We simply sieged and then everything turned, well, nicely. We still have the problem with the Catholic uprising. I've sent troops, so it'll be ages before I actually get there. I'm tempted to actually send them by sea or have them walk down here, pick them up by boat and then ship them over, but I have no idea that's actually a possibility or not. The Scottish revolters here will be dealt with by the secondary retinue, the one that we just created more or less. It should do the job nicely. I'm also going to go on for Wallachia and Tergovista very soon. But for now, we'll still do some single county conquests in the area here with the Byzantine empires. So that should work out just fine. I'm also very tempted here to go after Aleppo and, well, anyone else who revolts in the area, because they will be useful once I actually get a Jewish king on the throne. I'm thinking about creating the Kingdom of Israel. So, well, more people have risen up, so I definitely need my retinue down there to, well, solve the issue. I think they'll make it down there before we get into too much trouble. But I honestly have no idea, especially how many are they now that the secondary rising up? They are 8,000. Well, they'll have a little bit of walk themselves. On the light uprising, that's not something we have to deal with, is it? No. Shouldn't be, at least. I'll also have to siege Wallachia, and we also have the problem with the people in Scotland. So we'll be dealing with this, and then we'll decide on what to do in terms of Byzantium. I'm very tempted now to just, so as I said here, we'll go for Colonia, just Conquest, and once we've done that, we'll probably go for Armenia as well, the Duchy here, and then we'll go out to Wallachia, Turgovist, and everything. Then we'll see if we can actually take steal the Empire here. I have to save up a little bit of money in order to actually do that, but I think it shouldn't be too much of a problem, really. We'll simply have to figure it out as we go. But as I said, I don't expect it to be too much of a problem. We'll simply have to wait and see. The only thing that could actually become a problem, as you might already imagine, is the amount of rebels right now that they're just becoming dangerous, especially the Catholic rebels. Yeah, they need to be dealt with right now. So I'm going to start shipping out troops to deal with the rebels. There's 5,000 here. They've actually sieged both of these, so I have no idea. Should I siege that, or should I go and deal with them? I should probably send the troops to deal with them. So I'm going to take some ships here, and we're going to deal with the rebels that have taken these two holdings. I might just re-siege them and then go back here. I'm pretty sure the revolt won't be done. Well, and it shouldn't be done before I get back, but who knows? We'll figure that out. And as you can see, we have the fleet to transport troops here, so it's not a problem if you think that as well. So I'll just get that sorted out, and then we'll see how we stand after that. So most of the rebels have already been dealt with. We have this 30,000 man army that will be dealing with these guys. I'm also going to join up this army here with the retinue here. This one will be walking to Wallachia and doing the conquest here, see if we can end the Byzantine war here. They're actually, well, they're playing with Cherson right now, so I might as well actually go for Holy War for Cherson. It is Byzantine land, so we'll be doing that as soon as we actually... yeah, I might as well just declare war right now. Sacrifice that one on piety doesn't really mean much to me if everything ends here, and we can just kill off those 3,500 men on the trip there, which is perfect. Other than that, what we will be doing is joining up these two retinues into just one, and the reason for that is it's fairly simple. I'll be using these guys as a raiding crew because I will be needing cash, as a lot of cash. So we'll be raiding first the area here, probably starting in Valencia, later going basically these 6 here, and then we'll take our tour through Europe more or less. It shouldn't be a problem, and we'll get a fair amount of land from it. No, not land. Money from it as well, so all in all it will probably help. And also I'm inheriting a lot of land. I haven't actually conquered anything here, just to be perfectly honest, haven't conquered a single thing. It's simply that people die and I inherit the land, which is a little bit annoying, but there's not much I can do about that. It simply means I have to find another steward to hand it over to, and just as that, I need a new steward myself, which will be collecting taxes. I'll also be going on a raid just to get a little bit more cash so I can upgrade my holdings even more. First of all, having troops in your holdings is it's valuable. You basically have some extra manpower that can then stop you from getting into too much trouble, more or less. So we are going to fight for Cherson. We're also going to try to take Wallachia, or yeah, we're going to most likely just take Wallachia, set it up as a border region, and we'll also take Cherson because it's a part... Well, they've actually changed that, it's no longer part of the Byzantine Empire, but we'll take it anyways. It's a nice place to have. So, I'll just go through my plan here, and then we'll see how we stand afterwards. Well, this was not exactly something I was expecting. The Independence faction here decides to fire at 40%, which is a little bit surprising, no matter how you actually squeeze it. I have no idea who the rulers in the Independence faction actually is, but I have a feeling that this will just be a very, very annoying adventure. Let's see here. Army, I can have 44 from vassals, and... Let's see here, faction-wise. We have... actually someone up in Tyrconnell as well. So basically everywhere, which is the bad part here. But I will not be blackmailed, I'll murder you all. And then we can all live happily ever after. I'll probably take Cherson, and I'll probably take Wallachia and Turgovist before we actually do anything. I'll probably just have to have these raiders come home, split them in two, then start hunting down the rebels. But yeah, it's mostly over here. Sorry, it's mostly over here, it looks like. And of course, the problem now is that the rebels now might actually put me in a position where I might have to use a little bit too much forces to just actually, well, pacify them. Much more than I would have liked to, anyways. And that, of course, will most likely become an issue. But we can always just go for sieges here, and I think that is exactly what we will be doing. We'll be trying to siege the lands here. I'll be using the regular troops because there's no reason for me actually to rise up anything extra here to destroy the at least the ones in England. I'm pretty sure I can pacify them and get them under control with simply what I have here. It shouldn't be. I don't think it will be an issue at all. But the issue, of course, will be there's one up here, two up here, I think. So they will be a little bit annoying, especially with their forces. Other than that, not really worrisome. The area here is not really worrisome either. I would have preferred to have more troops down here, though, because this is the area that will definitely be difficult to pacify. And I'll probably just go for a white peace in this war. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, however, I'll take these lands, and then we'll decide what to do afterwards. But unfortunately, we're out of time, so I'll have to continue the Conquest next time. We'll see if we can actually snatch the Byzantine Empire then. The revolts here really screw me over, but we'll simply have to wait and see. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and hopefully I'll see you around next time. Bye.